I'm Dr. Michael Hagstrom, and I'm founder of SmartEmpath.com, and I'm here to expose every type of narcissism and then equip you, if you're a compassionate person, with the tools you need to be able to navigate this often toxic world and especially narcissistic abuse of every form so you can protect yourself. And today, we're talking about something that most people never see coming. And this is how narcissistic power structures, right? They use good people. Then they chew them up and spit them out. I know what you're thinking. Who are you talking about? I'd never let myself be manipulated like that, right? But here's the thing, no one thinks that they're the kind of person who's going to get played. No one thinks that they're ever going to become part of a corrupt system, right? But that's exactly how it happens. It's gradual, but it's calculated because corrupt systems will mask. I want you to hear this. They mask their true intentions. They're going to project this virtue at the beginning when it's actually a lie. And before you know it, you know what? You are in so deep that even when you see it's happening, you've invested so much that you don't know how to escape. Because without the right skills, your values alone are not going to protect you. Your empathy, your optimism, even your desire to make a difference. Those qualities are beautiful. Keep them, but in the wrong hands, they will be exploited. And that's exactly what happened to Alex, a young man who walked into politics to change the world and then walked out of it in complete devastation and shame. Let me tell you about him. So imagine this. Imagine Alex, he's a good guy. He grows up believing in justice, in fairness, and integrity. He studies political science. He volunteers, he works hard, and he climbs the ranks. And he finally makes it. He gets this dream job on the Senate team, a state Senate team for a senator that he really, really admires, a family man, and someone who Alex has looked up to and believed in for years. And when the next election season comes around, you know what? Alex, he's all in. And his wife, well, she's so proud. You've come so far so fast. And together, wow, we're making a difference. But once Alex is in the inner circle, he starts seeing things he can no longer unsee. He sees lies that are daily, smear campaigns against people where lives are even destroyed, no empathy, no care, and shady deals that become commonplace made behind closed doors. And even when they're out at conferences, he sees these leaders, these family men cheating on their wives and laughing about it. Alex tells himself, you know what? Well, who am I to judge? Politics is messy, but it's through politics that real change happens. So I'm going to stick with it. You got to focus on the bigger picture, right? And then one night on the campaign trail, Alex walks into his hotel room and he sees her. Yeah, he sees her. This woman who is stunning, laying out on his hotel bed, waiting for him. His heart slams against his ribs. Did I walk into the wrong room? Oh, I'm sorry. But then this woman smiles and she says, no, Alex, this is your room. And she introduces herself. I'm Jasmine. I'm your gift from the senator. Now, Alex's heart drops. What? No, I can't do this. I'm married. Jasmine sits up, smooths out her dress, laughs a little. We can just talk then, she says. Hey, come here. Have a drink. No pressure. And Alex, he didn't know that this was all a part of the game. It was a setup, that he was being played. He was made to be complicit. So Jasmine pours him a glass of wine, and the next thing Alex knows is his head is spinning, his vision is blurred, and then blackness. Now, the next morning, Jasmine is gone, and when Alex walks into the campaign breakfast at the hotel, they all know. They all know that this was actually a trap. The senator winks at him. He realizes that he was set up. See, this is how political narcissism works. It's not just about winning elections, it's about making sure that no one can turn against you. They don't just lie, cheat, and manipulate. They make you complicit to their backdoor dealings, to their deceit, to their crimes, so that if you ever try to speak out, you'll be seen as just as dirty as they are. Now, Alex felt sick, but what was he supposed to do? Expose them? Blow the whistle? Who would believe him now? So he stayed quiet. And when they won the election, somewhere he justified inside himself that, well, the ends, justifies the means, and he didn't really do anything wrong. But he kept feeling like he was selling out his soul until one day, he just couldn't take it anymore. He just couldn't. He walked into the senator's office. He said, I'm done. I can't do this. And the senator, there was no fight, no argument, just a smirk. The senator stands up and he says, "The problem with you, Alex, is that you are weak. I thought you had it in you, but some men are tough and others are, well, pussies." The senator waves him toward the door. No handshake, no thank you for serving. And then the senator says this, "Oh, and before you go, remember, you signed a non-disclosure agreement. And Jasmine, she was kind enough to leave us a recording of your night together just for safekeeping. You understand, right?" And before Alex could say a word, security was at the door escorting him out. He walked to the building in complete shame. His dream was dead. His integrity, he felt, was gone. And all he could think was, how the hell did I not see this coming? And that's the thing about optimism, right? This empathic optimism that wants to change the world. It is powerful. It's hopeful. But if you're not careful, it's going to blind you. Because empaths don't just see the best in people, right? We ignore the worst. We ignore the worst. If Alex's story hits home, ask yourself these three things, okay? Because you might not be in politics, but narcissists are everywhere. So you can ask this right now. Where in my life have I silenced my gut feelings to keep the peace? Where in my life, in my relationships, in the organizations I'm with, where have I silenced my gut feelings to keep the peace? Number two would be, who has convinced you that their control, their manipulation, or even their cruelty is just the way things are done? Who convinced you to compromise? Who convinced you to compromise? Saying that their cruelty, the way the way they do things, well, they just are. Got to accept them. And then number three, where or what does my body feel like when I'm around this kind of person or this organization? Do I feel exhausted? Is my chest tightened? Do I feel like I'm walking on eggshells, like I could get in trouble? And why am I still ignoring this? See, your nervous system carries truth, but we're often manipulated by narcissists to ignore the very truth that we experience and feel, because we're gaslit to believe that that is the problem, not what we see outside. And if you're not even asking these questions, or if you are afraid to answer them, you may already be being played without knowing it. Because listen to me, I am dedicated to helping compassionate people, well-meaning people, empathic people, because, empaths are some of the most beautiful people in the world. But our optimism can get misused. It will not save us. Our integrity alone won't protect us. We need skills. We need skills to navigate this world because, even just reading about how to set boundaries, it's not just about saying no. It's about staying true to who you are in environments that want to turn you into something or someone else. And you might be listening to this and feel that, you've already turned. You've already been turned. Kind of like in Star Wars, right? The dark side. And I see this with a lot of compassionate men who were told to man up. They were told to man up all their life, so they compromised over and over until they kind of feel like they lost their soul, they lost their heart, they lost their ability for empathy. And so if in any way this episode today hits home, I want you to join along with me. If you haven't already done so, I want you to sign up for my Smart Empath newsletter. I'm going to send it to you weekly, every Tuesday at no cost. Because getting out of these traps, it starts with seeing them, understanding them, and then getting on a path to bring transformation. And join me. You can sign up at smartempath.com/newsletter, smartempath.com/newsletter. And you know what? If you know somebody else who can really benefit from this, if you have a man that you know, maybe the theme isn't quite a fit for him, but you realize he has lost his heart. He's maybe lost his ways, lost his compassion, and you really want to help, not judgmentally, but as an invitation to say, hey, take a look at this. Maybe this can help. Please share it with them. We need to spread the word because we need more empathy in the world, not less. We need to help as many people as we can to not fall for these narcissistic traps like these. It's just not worth it. And remember to join me weekly by signing up at smartempath.com/newsletter. So until next time, stay love, stay strong, peace be with you.